Hello, beautiful girls. This is Katie. I'm a dating relationship coach, and I help smart, attractive, successful women attract and keep high-quality men. Now, in this video, I want to share 5 mistakes women are making on dating apps. And before I get started, I want to say that I have made every single one of these mistakes. And my results of finding my man, finding higher quality matches dramatically went up when I fixed all of these mistakes, okay? So let's get into it. Mistake number 1, filtering too broadly. You have one bad dating experience with a married man with kids, and now you tell yourself, I'm not gonna ever consider any married men with kids. You have one bad dating experience on a dating app, could be any, Tinder, let's say. Now you remove the entire app and you say, no, I can't get on that app ever now. That's bad. You have one bad relationship experience with a man who works in finance. Now you're like, I can't date any man in finance. Can you see how this starts to get ridiculous? The more bad dating experiences you have, the more criterias, hard nose, you start to develop. Now, the harder it is to meet men. You make it harder for yourself if you are doing this. And it's ridiculous. It's not logical. Just because you will have one bad experience with one particular man doesn't mean every single man with certain criteria is gonna be a bad experience. But this is what our brain does. It is all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking. You need to loosen that up. You need to question that, because that is not helpful when you're trying to find your person. Mistake number 2, being too robotic when you're answering questions on dating apps. Look, I get it. Everyone gets a little bit robotic after a while, especially if we have been on there for a while. We get jaded asking the same questions, answering the same kind of questions, and it just starts to get very boring and robotic. So you just want to check yourself, okay? Don't blame men for doing this if you are also doing this. We all do it. It is human to do it, but you want to check that if you start to do it, to stop, okay? This is why you don't want to spend a lot of time on the apps. I give myself 10 minutes a day, okay, to get on there, to say something interesting or fun or different. And if that's all I can do for the day, that's it. I'm out of there. Okay, maybe not even 10. Maybe it's 2 minutes. I can give 2 minutes, and that's all I can give. That's it. I'm gone. Mistake number 3, getting on apps while you're still in work mode. And this can be tricky to catch because when we're throughout the day, we might just jump on an app when we're not doing anything. Or even at night, we can be thinking about work and then we get a message and then we just jump on an app. And you're not really thinking about how you're feeling when you're getting on the app. Okay, and a lot of you are getting on the app when you're still in work mode, when you're still thinking about work or worrying about stuff happening in your life. Thinking about your to-do list or thinking this is just another thing I need to check off my to-do list. So you rush through the messages, you just go through the motions. Don't do that. You switch into your feminine energy before you do any dating related activities. That means before you jump on the dating apps. That means you want to switch gears. Okay, you need to switch off work. You need to switch off your to-do list. You want to put on some music, pour yourself a drink, put your feet up, relax, breathe. Okay, think about your dogs, pet your dogs for a little while. You know, what fun things are coming up on the weekend. Okay, you need to switch gears. You need to switch modes. And then once you're feeling relaxed and calm and good, then you jump on. Because this dating is meant to be a fun thing. It really is, okay? Mistake number 4 is winging it, okay? Just going on the apps and just see how it goes. There are people who can wing it, and those people are no longer on the apps anymore. They're already in a relationship and have been probably for a while. Okay, so if you find yourself on apps for longer than 6 months, then you may be someone who would really benefit from having a dating process. Having a dating process simplifies things for you, so you know how to make decisions. And you're not just going out there blind, try to wing it, try to like, I don't know, trial and error your way through it, because it doesn't work for a lot of people. Every time I've been successful, it's because I followed a process. So you can either follow my things or hire me as a coach, or you can follow someone else's dating stuff, but I really recommend having some kind of process to dating so you have structure to it, so you know it's going to get somewhere rather than just you like throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it'll work. Mistake number 5 is you want to optimize your profiles for the kind of conversations you want to be having. First thing is your photos. The photos is the most important thing. Everyone looks at photos first, not everybody reads the text. So in terms of your pictures, your photos, you want to consider what is your visual style. How do you want people to describe you visually? Okay, so for me, I think visually, I like classy, cute, sexy, and girl next door. Okay, visually, I think like that's how I like to look, like to dress. I'm very simple. I don't like a lot of craziness or weirdness, weird colors and whatever. I'm very neutral in my colors. And on an average day, that's how I dress. So in my photos, that's how I'm going to represent myself, okay? And make sure, of course, good lighting, good natural lighting. Don't take photos with flashes or in dark rooms at night, at nightclubs and bars where it's very dark and can't really see you. Don't take pictures with sunglasses on or hats, then nobody can see you. What you want to highlight is your radiance, right? Your face and smiling, looking happy. You want to be careful you don't have too many like too sexy photos on there. A lot of women think is just a normal photo is actually very sexy to men. So you want to ask, if you can ask a male friend, platonic male friend, and ask them, does this look a little bit sexy here? Am I putting off the wrong message here? Because chances are you probably are. And I'm only saying this because I did this. I just took a really normal selfie of myself, right? I thought I was just normal. And then men were making comments like, oh, that's pretty sexy. And there's a bed in the background. There was like, I don't know what I was wearing, like tank top or something, but I had skin exposed here. You couldn't see underneath. So it was actually suggestive, but I thought it was just normal, a normal photo. Okay, so you need to ask a male friend. So you're not putting off the wrong messages. The second thing is text. Your About Me section should be fairly brief and short, 1 paragraph. And you want to put in keywords of topics, conversations that you would like to talk about with men, okay? Give men a heads up. Give them some clues of what you want to talk about. Don't just like leave it up to them to kind of figure out, because most men won't. They're not that creative. They're not going to figure it out. So you want to just help them out a little bit. I like hiking, snorkeling, shopping, I don't know. Whatever, keywords, quick, so they can scan it quickly, pick out some keywords and ask you a question about it, and then get the conversation going. If your text, if there's nothing there or it's very super generic, then that guy is going to struggle to come up with something interesting to say, and most likely you'll have a really boring robotic conversation that won't lead anywhere. Okay, so you help men out, make sure you're interesting as well in your answers. Okay, that's about it. My 5 tips on dating apps. And if you like this video, please like me, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more real soon.